Hey there, team. Hey there, YouTube. Yeah. Hey there, YouTube. Team Social Link here. We're giving you a deck profile of the very first deck that I ever had in this entire game with some modifications. Hopefully you guys like it because I don't know how many views we got with it when we did this profile, but hopefully you guys like it.
Never as many as the Armor Break deck.
Oh, the Armor Break deck was the most broken one we had. So, of course it's going to be Voldemort. Also Duke. Because of the new Diablo stuff that's coming out that makes Voldemort now is with the Shadow Paladins where he originally was. So yeah. So pretty much it's a Forerunner, so you get to call it wherever you want in the rear guards. And then also, his ability is when you write Scout over him, you also check the top 7 for a Knight or a Duke. So either way, you get the grade 2 or the grade 3. But also this is a riot chain. Sorry I'm not going into too much detail up on their effects, but I'm trying to make the video short. So let's start with the grade 3s first. So you run 4 Dukes. He's mandatory in this deck because it's Duke. Pretty much he's a restander. Counterblast 2, choose 3 rear guards and retire them. And then this unit restands and loses Twin Drive. I had a friend that's saying that this deck is so bad, and now he got the deck, and now he's saying it's so good. I love it when people change their minds on stuff. So yeah, so you play 4 of him, and then also if you have the Knight in the Soul, this gets plus another 1,000. And then for the backup, you play the 4 Gorgorits, because when you're done with the duking, you go into Gorgorit to just for protection and also for refill the field, and then also do Duke all over again. So you're able to spam Duke pretty well in this deck now, due to you being able to refill the field real easily now. So yeah, so that's the grade 3s. The grade 2s, you run 4 of the Knight of Voldemort. Pretty much when you write over Scout, if you have Whelp and Scout in the Soul, you get to you retire something, and you get to Spirit Call 2 units from the top of your deck to open rear guard circles. And if you have Scout in the Soul, this gets plus another 1,000, so it becomes a 10k base Vanguard. And then you played 4 of the new guy, 4 Holy Mage Phil? Whatever his name is, Philly Willy, we'll call him Philly Willy. Pretty much it's the Amber Clump for the Gold Paladins. G-Break 1, Counterblast 1 when this unit is boosted, look at the top 3, and call it to a rear guard. It doesn't have to be an open, it just has to be to any rear guards, which actually helps out this deck, because if you have a grade 3 in the back row, you have to do this. You could just search for a grade 0 or grade 1, hopefully you get it, and you get to call over that grade 0, so it's pretty good. And then 4 Lop-Ears. 3 Lop-Ears. I'm not a big fan of Lop-Ears anymore now due to this guy, and also due to Gorgorit in the Stride Zone, really. Because this helps out, and then also with a certain other card too. Because you have to discard a card from your hand just to get this effect off when it's placed from deck, and it has to be placed from deck, which is the sad thing. And then you look at the top 3, and you get to Spirit Call it. That's it, and I think it has to be to no, it's also to just a rear guard. It doesn't have to be an open. So, yeah, so that's the grade 2s.
Question, what would you replace him with?
Lop-Ear?
Yeah.
A newer version of Voldemort. That would never happen.
Well, if you had to choose between what we have, like, would you put the Blaster, Blade Blaster, Dark Spirits in there?
No, you want to do something that helps Spirit Call stuff. If you want to take this out, you could put in the one where Soul Charge, unflip damage if it's called from the deck, if anything. I was doing that before, but I like Lop-Ear because it's a bunny. Then you play 4 of the Scout of Voldemort. Pretty much he is when you place this over Whelp, retire. No, you look for...
grade 2 or 3?
Yeah, you look for the grade 2 or 3 when you write over Whelp with this. And then it gets 1,000 if you have the grade, if you have Whelp in it, so it becomes an AK base. Then 3 Stride Enablers, which is just Stride Enablers. Reveal, if you place this down on rear guard, reveal a grade 3 in hand. Add a Gorgorit to your hand. So And 3 Dendrains. This is the most used card in this deck, really, because you place it, you Soul Blast, the Whelp, or the Scout if you're already into Duke, and you just get the free pluses with drawing. So it's not that bad. And then, of course, since you're playing Gurgurit, you have to play the normal PGs. If you don't, and you play the unflipped ones, you won't be able to get Gurgurit's ability if you use his G-Break 2. Because these only work, the old ones work only when it's placed from hand. These work for whenever it's placed on Guardian. So that's it for the grade 1s. For the grade 0s, we play 4 of the Heal Trigger Napgall Liberator. I like it because it's a puppy. Then 4 of Catchgall Liberator. This is the one card that I was talking about that makes this deck even more better. Pretty much when this card is called from the deck and put on the rear guard, put this card on the bottom of your deck and look at the top 3 cards, Superior Call something, and then put the rest back in your deck and shuffle your deck. So he actually helps out. It's a free cost, everything else, you don't have to worry about anything. So it gets you pluses too with Duke, getting your field set up for Duke. I'm hoping that maybe something will come out soon for Duke. If anything, I would like more support for it. Besides the Shadow Paladin stuff. For the Lion crit, Air Raider, Lion, I think it's his name, yeah, Raider. And then for Flame of Victory, put in the soul, give plus 3,000 to unit. So pretty much mandatory in like pretty much gold paladin decks, you have to have the Flame of Victory for the soul charging. You could play the other stand trigger instead of Catchgall. You could play the stand one where you put it in. I believe you give plus 2,000 to a unit and you get to draw. Something like that.
When another unit is placed on rear guard, it's G-Break 1. Return that unit to deck, draw a card. I think it's shuffle, draw a card, and choose a unit, or the spirit called unit gains 5.
Yeah, so you could do that, but I like Catchgall because I have so many fond memories of Catchgall.
Plus, it's not G-Break, so
that is true. We're playing 2 of Scourge Point. Pretty much when something's superior called, this unit gets plus 5,000, and then same thing with the other unit that's called with it. And it stacks too, so it's always stackable. So you're able to do multiple things if you have Catchgall, Willy Phil, and Loppier and all that stuff. You're able to get this guy at the big numbers. Then we're playing 2 Cannonball.
Campbell.
I call it Cannonball, I don't care. Pretty much, he is the on-hit. Look at the top 4. Superior Call agreed. Superior Call Gold Paladin, and it gets plus 2,000. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck, or shuffle it, I think. Yeah, shuffle your deck. So, yeah. So that's those strides that you really need. And now, the main key card for this deck, I know people really don't like him at all. I do, due to Duke, is 4 Spear Cross. And now you're going like, why are you running 4? Why not just 2 like everyone else? The reason why I am running 4 is because Duke retires pretty much your entire field. This guy fills up that field so much. For every, I think it's for every G unit that is face up, you get to Superior Call from the top of the deck. So, you have 5 face up, got a free 5. So no matter what, you have a full field, and then you could go back into Duke and do the damage. And then, of course, you're going to need ways to unflip damage. There is possibilities, like I said, you could use that one where it's Superior Call, put in the soul. Draw, soul charge, unflip a damage. You could do that if you want to. But I'm not a big fan of it. Usually what I do is I try to sack as best as I can, really, with heals. But you use Duke once, go into this, get that field back, but you make sure you're right into Gurgurit, so this way you're able to get more pluses and stuff like that, so your field's always filled up. So you don't have to worry about wasting your hand, you have the hand advantage. So
Why don't you run the knife thrower guy who soul blast 2 and flip?
you could, but you need your soul. You could do that. But like I said, you need to keep your soul for, because once you get to Duke, it's fine to get rid of your soul.
Yeah.
But until you get to Duke, you kind of need to keep your soul, especially if you miss riot chains or anything else like that. So, but yeah, hope you guys like this video. Like I said, it's one of the first decks that I ever played. This is what got me into Vanguard, is Spectral Duke. So, yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and everything. Let me know what you think of it. Okay? Team Social Link out.